Howdy folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. Normally for this, I would be wearing my Australian hat, but I decided I'm going to put on my FDNY hat because firemen aren't only involved with fires, they're involved with emergencies, and floods constitute that. But anyway, for no other reason, it's just fun to wear this once in a while. And Harry Workmon, the international man of mystery himself, made a gift to the channel for me to do Slim Dusty's Flood of 95. So Harry, thank you for the gift and request, my friend. And this is what Harry said. As a backdrop for this song, in 1995, Australia was experiencing one of the worst droughts in its history. In November, over 2 days, some extreme storms hit, causing severe hail and flooding across the drought-stricken areas, and in some cities such as Brisbane. According to records, I found the winds hit 100 kilometers per hour, which is roughly 70 miles an hour, a little less, and with lightning strikes totaling 300 per 10 minutes. The report said that the two storms caused 15,000 lightning bolts in total. The reaction of the Australian people to the combined drought and flood has carried through to today with relief efforts like the Hay Runners. Seen them on another video. A great country storytelling song. That's what Harry wrote. So we're going to get into this great storytelling song. Slim Dusty, for those of you who are new to him, is basically the George Jones of Australian country music. He has since passed, but that is his legacy.
We all thought we were used to drought, and that's just part of being Australian. But Australians will remember the drought of 95, 'cause in the middle of the dust, when we all thought we were beaten, thank God for the miracle we called the flood of 95. Stretching out like a lifeline from the city to the outback, a convoy of mateship that made the toughest.
Reminds me of Kenny Rogers.
And the sweat that hit the ground when we pitched in together kept us from going under in the flood of 95. And didn't it rain? Didn't Australia come alive when it rained human kindness in the flood of 95? And didn't we learn just who our mates are? And didn't Australia blossom from the flood of 95? I still see the faces of Australians, faces of some old friend that I'd only met that day. And in the dust we knuckled down, yes, city folks and bushes, Australians being Australians, just trying to help a mate.
Nice.
And didn't it rain? Didn't Australia come alive when it rained human kindness in the flood of 95? And didn't we learn just who our mates are? And didn't Australia blossom from the flood of 95? No, it didn't break the drought, but it broke the isolation, broke down the misconception we're all out there on our own. And it helped us realize that we're all in this together, and Australians can do anything if we all work as one. And didn't it rain? Didn't Australia come alive when it rained human kindness in the flood of 95? And didn't we learn just who our mates are? And didn't Australia blossom from the flood of 95? Didn't Australia come alive when it rained human kindness in the flood of 95? And didn't we learn just who our mates are? And didn't Australia blossom from the flood of 95?
That is so creative. I think about a song like that, how you write it. You do the lyrics and then add the instrumentation later. But I never would have thought to be like, look what came out of the flood. Look what came out of this natural disaster was human kindness. And I love that. That's sort of where I'm at. I was just did a recording of a podcast for one of the books that I'd written some years ago, but it's been republished. And he interviewed me, and it was a theological work. And I just said, look, the question was, what do you think about I was asked, what do you think about others if they read your book and they're not convinced? And I said that, I resigned from being the general manager of the universe decades ago. And I admire people for trying. And, life in this world isn't easy. And I said, look, I break it down like this. And I told him on that podcast, I said, on my country music reaction channel, I make this comment that life is difficult on planet Earth, regardless of who you are. And he went in that direction, goes, out of these floods, out of all this, Australian kindness showed up. So it wasn't a complete disaster at all. We all showed one another that you're not alone. You're not alone. We are all in this together. And what a beautiful way of taking a song about a disaster, this horrendous drought, where I did a reaction to a song, Harry, that you gifted the channel for me to do that was about that very thing. Was that Slim? No, it was a female artist. And they showed the hay runners and the trucks going, and like 5,000 bales of hay or whatever it was, they went and took it out to the cattle because the farmers didn't have anything to feed them. So to help them through the tough spot, those were the hay runners. And this was, he didn't mention it, but it's coming together from that drought. Then there's this flood with hail and lightning and all that stuff. And people came together. And that's what Slim's focus was. And he was a very kind, good man. You could tell from all the songs I've done and the things he was involved with that he was just a good, caring man. So I am going to rate this. I don't really have any compunction about not rating it. And the instrumentation was fun too. There were certain chords that he hit in there that stood out. But the number that popped into my head, and this might surprise you, it might not, is a 9.2. It wasn't a complex song, but I love that creative part of saying, well, here's this disaster, but let's look at the human kindness factor. That meant something good came out of this. We don't want the flood. He even said that in there. But look what we got. We got each other. There you go. Harry, beautiful, beautiful request, my friend. Seriously. So thank you again for that and for who you are, because you're very much like Slim in this regard, that you're just very, very kind, thoughtful human being. And there's a reason you would select a song like this for me to react to. So thank you. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Just who our mates are, and didn't Australia blossom from the flood of 95? No, it didn't break the drought, but it broke the isolation, broke down the misconception. We're all out there on our own, and it helped us realize that we're all in this together, and Australians can do anything if we all work as one.